Welcome to the Pop Pub and Pub Pop. Talk, variety, reality. Oh shit. Let's get into it.
What's poppin', everybody? It's the Pop Pub and Pub Pop, and we are back, season 2. Are y'all ready? Because I don't think I am. Are you?
I'm ready. Yeah.
You ready, Joy?
I stay ready.
Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
All right.
Yay.
Well, they said they ready. I hope y'all ready. Y'all, we have started a poll question. Kind of Polish? Is it poll? Is that count as a poll question? Yeah, I guess. Generational curses. Generational.
Oh, okay.
Joey
So
looking
you
at me
lost
like
me.
he don't even know what's going on.
I was like, which pole? You got the round pole? What
The
kind of
long
pole you was
pole.
talking about, right?
A poll
Big pole.
question, like online.
Like how long
The
do you have to
questions
strip
that
on the
he
pole?
asked.
Like, oh, okay, yeah, oh,
okay.
right, oh,
You
yeah.
have to clarify for Joey.
Yeah.
Yes. And we would love for all of our pop pubbers, all our supporters to go in there and, comment and, ask whatever questions to Keisha, because Keisha gonna get to the questions and comments
Okay.
later on.
Keisha.
I love it. Sing it for me. Go
I don't know
ahead.
how to do it.
Keisha.
I love it.
She don't even know who sang that song. She just hear me singing it.
Oh,
They
well,
taught you
issue.
sing it.
Okay.
That's who sings it.
All right, but let's get into it, y'all. Before we get into the meat of the conversation, let's get on these popping topics, okay? Because first, let's talk about Wendy Williams. Y'all heard about her?
What happened to Auntie Williams?
What's up with Wendy?
She's been hospitalized.
What's wrong with her, COVID?
Yes.
Get out. I was just kidding, for real. For
I
real?
was thinking something else, but I'm glad it's
What you saying,
I hate
overdose?
that it's COVID. Yeah, I thought it was something else.
Oh.
Okay. Look, before she got put in the hospital for COVID, she canceled all of her promotional runs for this upcoming season of the show because they do the interviews and go on different shows and promote. She canceled everything. They were saying she has some health crisis going on, and apparently this is the health crisis. But people are speculating that it's more than just C-19.
Oh, okay, it's the other C.
Cut these goddamn cameras off.
That's so bad. We should not laugh at that either.
Look.
I'm so sorry, Wendy. We
Is
love
it not
you.
was the COVID caused from that? Because that stuff get all caked up. I mean, COVID
That's
is like
it?
I don't know.
Well, first she canceled all of her promotional runs because, before they start filming their season, they usually go on other shows and do interviews and things like that. So she canceled all that due to her health crisis. But that's been that was like a week or two. I don't know, but she was supposed to come back this upcoming, the 20th of September. Yeah, 20th of September. So that's when she was supposed to come back, but they're postponing it till October the 4th or something like that. She's getting pushed back another 2 weeks. But people are speculating, Joey Badass, that it's more than just C-19.
It's the
that
other
she
C.
may be having
It's Coke bottle 20.
I mean, but the crazy thing is she caught it and she has been fully vaccinated.
Oh.
Now, there's a thing to think about here. She does have autoimmune diseases, right? She has Graves' disease, and she also has, does that count? The little foot thing she got going on? The foot
Where it swell up, she don't have no ankles.
not no ankles. It's
Yeah,
called,
she got cankles. They
Yeah.
be swollen. I forgot what it's called.
I'm not trying to be shady at all. I just
I'm
forgot
not
what it's called.
either.
But yeah.
It's okay if you don't got no ankles.
I'm
Like,
going to
we
catch it anyway because they both shady as hell.
Well, people who actually have autoimmune diseases supposedly are still susceptible to C-19.
So what's the purpose of the vaccine?
To protect you.
Let's not talk about that. I don't want
Okay.
this to be. I
That's
don't
why I
want us to
sound
get blocked from
nasally.
YouTube.
Because I got my second shot.
Because you've been
y'all.
fully vaccinated. How's that working out for you?
I'm sick.
And there you have it, folks. She's sick.
Okay.
She's just feeling a little under the weather.
After my second shot.
Can I get some hand sanitizer? You touched my cup, didn't you?
Nigga.
Oh, I'm just.
Okay. Don't start
Well, let's move on these poppin' topics, but we do hope you get well soon, Wendy. Whatever's going on, get well.
Girl, you need to wrap up when you're on your
better.
broomstick riding around the world, girl.
Feel better.
You know, the wind is changing. It's getting warm. You might want to wrap up, girl. You could catch yourself.
Okay.
Did y'all catch that?
Let's move on to Fat Joe.
Oh
Y'all saw
my
the versus
God.
battle with Fat Joe and Ja Rule? I'm gonna be honest, I missed it. I actually thought it was pretty odd that it was randomly coming on a Tuesday.
You know,
I thought it was gonna come on like a
well,
Saturday or
Friday,
something.
everybody outside. We outside now. So they need to get you during the week when you're not going to barbecues and to the club. You know, like.
I was like, how did I miss it? I thought it was coming on like, you know, like. Yeah, you're right though. We are outside.
We
Well,
outside.
I'm not outside, really, honestly.
I'm not
Me
either, but
neither.
they outside.
They are
Everybody
outside.
else outside.
But yeah, Fat Joe called Lil Mo and Vita some dusty bitches.
Well,
from the crack house.
From Mr. Joe. Mr. Joe says that his representative, Remy Ma, she said that she said that he didn't know that they were there, and he wasn't directly talking about
Lil Mo
them.
checked Remy Ma in the comments too. She said, "Mind your business."
I mean, that's what her job. She's the spokesperson. Like, she's known Fat Joe for years, as she said, and she was.
I will say that he did apologize. You know,
As
is
he
that
should have.
would you accept the apology, Keisha?
No, because I feel like at that age, I just feel like it shouldn't have been said. Period.
I mean, but let's go back though, because if it was true,
What did he say?
He called them dusty bitches.
From the crack house.
That was it?
Yeah.
but
He
what-
said that was it.
Wait.
Let's put it into context. They were having a versus battle,
yes,
and Ja Rule was bringing up that Fat Joe had to bring out Remy Ma to have any type of hit or relevancy, you know, in the versus battle. That's when Fat Joe proceeded to say, "Look, where you went and got them dusty from or whatever," and then he's like, "No, don't disrespect them." He's like, "No, you had to go get them from the crack house." That's what he said, pretty much.
Okay, so
Was
was he
little-
mad
was-
that they were there or that they wanted them? Like, what was the issue?
Well, I
with
have a
them,
question.
period?
I mean, I don't know if this is true. He did say he didn't know who was back there at the time he said that. But let's just recap. Was
But
Little
why
Mo
would that
was
matter
was
whether they
the
back
was
there
the
or
people
not?
that were in question? Didn't they have some drug issues? I'm
Don't
asking.
Fat Joe have a drug issue?
No, not Fat Joe.
We is not gonna do that.
Didn't Little
We
Mo-
ain't gonna do
didn't
that.
Little Mo
We're
and-
not doing that.
Did they not have
We
drug
are
issues?
not doing that.
Was they not at the crack house? I'm asking.
Oh, where
I
they
love
were.
I'm asking.
We love you, Little Mo. Well, I do.
Can
I
you
do
live with
too.
this, loving me for life, to have and hold forever?
Oh,
That's what she said.
I'm a drink on
She
that.
said,
I
but
guess
I
I'm
was
gonna
just
take one too,
asking.
'cause what the what?
I was just asking, is it true?
Okay, look, we're gonna move on from that actually because
Was you not at the crack house? I'm just asking.
I don't know. Was she?
okay,
Where
she
they?
had a little issue.
What
She
kind
took
of
opioids. She's been on the train with that, you know.
I mean, okay. That still don't give him the right to call that.
Thank you,
that,
Keisha.
Period. I mean,
Joey.
you still have to respect them.
She was at the
They're
crack house.
women. I don't care.
You know, it
He
is
just-
right.
I think he was kind of caught up in the moment. Honestly, he was like, "Yeah, right. You know how people just be talking
Yeah,
stuff when they
bitches
in the
and
battle.
hoes,
You
you
know what
know.
I'm saying?" So he's like, "Yeah, you had to get them dusty ass bitches for the crack house, bruh." And like that type of thing. He's like, "Oh snap, I'm talking about Lil Mo and Vita. Oh snap, no fuck that. I'm gonna keep saying what I said." So he kind of doubled down, but he was still just in the moment. But he sent the flowers later, a few days.
His flowers.
Yeah, that's nice. Okay.
Let's talk about Barry Hankerson, Aaliyah, Dana Haughton, and her mama. Actually, let's take a break and we'll get right back to that on Poppin' Topics at the Pop Pub and Pub Pop.
We don't need no motherfucking break. Let me tell you how I feel about this right now.
Pop Up and Pub Pop, and tonight we about to take Barry Hankerson ass outside.
Oh,
You know why?
we're not to the alley. It's gonna get real nasty.
Okay, so where do we start? Where do we start? Okay, so anyone who's an Aaliyah fan, you would probably know that Barry Hankerson is Aaliyah's uncle. Aaliyah died in a plane crash in 2001, and recently her music has been released. And
Them funds was getting low, so they needed to, recoup on that. Cause
have y'all been listening to the music since it's been on streaming?
I sure the
I
fuck
have
have. I
not.
stream them. I got all of them. I got Ain't J Nothing But a Number. I got 4-page letter. More Than a Woman. Back and forth. Back, forth and forth. I've been on it. Thank you.
Okay.
I knew somebody was gonna go broke one day. It was coming. It was coming.
Well, okay, so let's start there. That he released the music and it was not with the blessing of the mother and the brother who are the owners of Aaliyah's estate. Okay, we'll start there. He says that he wanted to release the music because he saw a statement of a tweet that they made the year prior saying that they want to release her music. They just want everything to be right, blah, 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 blah. Right? So this year he releases the music and they release another. Well, he announces that he's going to release the music this August or whatever when he first released the first batch of songs that we haven't heard on streaming services. And then they release a statement, the estate, the mom. Are you guys following me here?
I'm here.
Follow me to the alley.
Okay.
Follow me outside. The mom released a statement saying they are not supportive of it. Basically, that they have no say so. They basically aren't being financially compensated. They have no contracts. Blah blah blah.
Woo! Shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Look at that party foul.
Okay.
You gotta take a shot.
Yep, I think you don't have too many shots. Well, shit.
Oh my God.
Any takers out
Get
there?
the fuck out of here. To Aaliyah. Whew.
Woo.
Let's wipe Joey up. We'll be right back.
Oh, I like that. Wipe me. Not wipe me down.
Man, I don't
Burger
go down.
King.
I don't go down that far.
Papados,
You only get
rent, payment
That's
of a
why
car,
bitches at the tip.
and actually buy the car.
All right, Barry. Let's take Barry ass back outside.
Oh, Barry, come on. We gave you a break. I spilled my drink. We're back, Barry.
Barry.
Come on outside,
Barry,
bro.
come here.
Get this ass whipping.
Now look. Not only did he release music without the blessings of the family, he is family. He helped her career. He started a record label just to give her a career, correct? Mm-hmm. All right. Now, he said that he released the music because he thought that that's what they wanted, though he has not talked to his sister since Aaliyah died.
So why would he feel like that's what they wanted if
Well,
he haven't talked to
He
her?
felt like he
Why
felt like
didn't
that
he
based
talk
on a
to
tweet
her? Why
from
hasn't
last
he
year.
talked to her since last?
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
And let's talk about Barry Hankerson. Well, let's talk about
Let's talk
Aaliyah's-
about their whole
let's talk-
family.
yes, let's take all the niggas outside.
Let me. Ooh.
Because Aaliyah
Take me.
family, her mother, the estate, still to this day deny the R. Kelly allegations and say there is no truth whatsoever to any of the allegations.
And how much did she get paid to say that?
Let's talk about. We'll get there. What do you want to say, Joey Badass?
I'm just gonna knock.
'Cause
it
I'ma
down
tie it all
because
in.
It's already been shown. I mean, they done did documentaries on this. We have fake court documents saying they was married. Not fake. I'm saying fake as far as the date and birth. Ain't right on that shit. Everything else got that girl information on it.
The
I just
pastor
want to
who
know.
even
But she was with
officiated
a
the
lot of
wedding
older guys,
spoke at the.
though.
No, but that doesn't. But your mama didn't
But she
sign for you to
was.
marry the other one guy. Your mama signed for you to marry the one guy. Your mama
Oh,
was.
wait a minute, she signed for her
Girl,
to
she
marry
had
R.
to.
Kelly?
Girl, she had to. She
I
had
mean, or he just had money and the
okay.
judge
Let's
just did
back
that
up.
shit.
Let's back up.
She said, "Are you that somebody?" Like,
Well,
account.
look, there have been now.
She said,
These
"Turn
are
me up."
allegations, y'all. These are allegations
Turn me
only.
a little bit.
Okay. There's been allegations that Aaliyah's mother also had a relationship with R. Kelly. When I say relationship, I mean sexual relationship.
I thought he had older women.
I don't think
Now
so.
wait.
I
Now
think
let's
she
think
had a
about
relationship as
1990.
coins.
Let's think about 1992, 93. She was younger. Okay. Now.
But not his definition of younger.
That's also
Well, we don't know because he was married and the woman the same age as him and stuff.
Barry
so
Hankerson said that she, in particular, not the parents, knew about this. This is where I'm going. Okay, because recently he was on Dr. Oz and he said
What?
that yes, he was on Dr. Oz and Dr. Oz asked Barry Hankerson if he had any idea about what was going on. He said no. He says, do you think that anyone in the family had any idea? He said, yes, I think my sister knew more than what she said.
I
now,
thought
why
so, too.
specifically? Why specifically does he just say that she had a father who's passed away, God rest his soul. Her father was there. She had a brother. He was in the family. There were several people around, but he named his sister, her mother, as the person knowing. Why? Because his mother, his sister, did know because she also had a relationship, a sexual relationship with R. Kelly. If you look at all the other cases that R. Kelly has with these women, he always has some type of blackmailish type of situation in it where he has done something, or they've done something, or the parents done something where he can bring it up and blow it right back in their face, saying, "Hey, you can't say shit about me because I know this about you." Why, to this day, if you think about it, to this day, does Diane Haughton deny that her daughter had any dealings whatsoever with R. Kelly if she's not trying to protect what? Her own ass from fucking R. Kelly?
Her mind was telling her no. But her body,
Say it.
her body was telling her
And this is all allegedly. I can say allegedly. I'm just saying y'all have to think about everything that's in place here. And the only reason that Barry Hankerson is talking right now is because he's trying to get the music back there. Yeah, make some money.
I was gonna say, but that's not his daughter to make that money. I still feel like he should have got her permission. Period.
I mean, let's talk about it on the music standpoint though, because the company label she was with was his label.
It was his label.
So he has her masters. He owns
Excuse
those.
me, y'all. It's not
And
covered.
so I feel like as a fan of Aaliyah, they should have been out.
Yeah.
Right,
But
I
why
feel
weren't
like
they
her
out? I think it
mom-
was
why
out
they
because of
can't
guilt.
release- Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it don't matter because she didn't stop one man's show because I still had that shit on my phone, okay? But I'm just saying.
Yeah, but
now they getting paid for it.
Yeah, they getting paid for it.
But
I don't know.
before
I
that-
really would love for y'all to pop up in the comments. If I'm off base with this, I'm just saying, does it make a little sense to y'all? But I'm just
honestly, when it comes to R. Kelly, period, I don't. Whatever the case may be, he was a great musician, genius of his time. But I do feel like all of the mothers had something to do with that because
not the fathers.
I mean, daddies
Where
too.
were
A
they?
check was a check. I just know my child couldn't be somewhere that she didn't have no fucking business, and we're gonna let that slide.
Period.
I'm a motherfucking manager in all things, okay? And that's managing my children. And they would
According
have
to
definitely
Aaliyah's mom,
been.
she was there every step of the way, managing
Well,
Aaliyah's career.
they probably was in there tag teaming R. Kelly. though.
Okay,
That's what it
Honestly,
sounds
that's
like.
been said as well.
And it was, and that's probably what was,
I'm sorry if it's not true. I'm sorry, but
R. Kelly was playing Final Key to the
they did
Lockbox
not
with his
protect that
mama
little
and
girl.
her at the same
They did
time.
not protect her, and they didn't protect a lot of little girls.
But
Well,
she said age
and
ain't
boys.
nothing but
I
a
just
number.
feel like the parents got paid for that, so they wasn't trying to protect
Everybody
their kids.
did, and when that check stopped, that's when we need to.
Yeah,
that's
we
when
gonna-
things need to change.
Right, and that's some bullshit.
That's what it was.
Well, you know what? I was just, speaking my piece. We had to take them out to the alley, take them outside. They are shameless.
Period.
All I was saying,
And
they loved R.
Actually,
Kelly.
we
Was
didn't
at
just
his
take Barry
concerts
outside.
and
We're
stuff.
taking the whole damn family
The whole
outside.
family.
The whole family. And we'll be right back at the Pop Pub and Pub Pop. Y'all pop off in them comments meanwhile and tell us what y'all think. I said, one of the reasons that also was a red flag, there was an interview, it was an interview with Aaliyah where she said that her mom, as a child, as a 13-year-old girl, said that the reason why she was pursuing a career or helping her daughter pursue a career was because she saw that her daughter had sex appeal.
So
her
pimped
mama
daughter
knew
out.
she was fast. See, that's what's wrong with these girls. Their mama knew they fast, so they was like, let's capitalize
But that's
on
a
this.
mom's job to slow that shit down. You don't pimp your daughter out. Period.
That's basically what she did. But they from Detroit now. That's where the pimps and hoes at.
I've been in Detroit. We
gonna
know
catch
how they
that
get down.
shade. you Detroit people. I didn't say that.
I'm riding to your spot, gotta let you know. I hope you got the drink, I got the smoke. You told me you was down, you're down the road. See them strippers sliding up and down the pole. Can I fill you in? Gotta let you know.
What's poppin'? It's the Pop Up and Pub Pop, and we are back. We are talking about generational curses this evening. Why? Because they exist. Now, to what extent do they exist? I don't know. Is it spiritual? Is it hereditary? What do you think?
I don't know, because when I think of generational curses, I think of black people. I'm sorry. And it's not to say, when I think of this, because it's so many generation curses in that section. We can talk about fathers not being present. That's a general curse. Your daddy wasn't there, so that means you don't have to be there.
So you saying white daddies are there?
I'm not saying that.
I was just asking because you're focusing on the black
We can
folks.
go across the street to the white neighborhood, and
Okay,
they daddies are there. It's daddies, mamas,
but
and the
there are
kids.
black daddies that are there too.
It's some of them, yes.
Okay, but
I'm
there
just talking
are
about
also
when.
white daddies
Look,
that are not there.
if you are like me, when you think of generational curses, as a black person, comes to mind.
You know
what comes to mind?
I think there's a much deeper
Mothers getting
issue
pregnant
with that.
at young ages.
Joey
That
Badass.
happens a lot in the black community.
If you think that black people are the only people with generational curses, I think that's part of the problem of where we.
Being ass, you got your ass whipped, so you gonna beat
Joey
your kids'
Badass.
ass. It's so much. I can keep going. The list
You
goes
know what? We're gonna
on.
come back to you. We put your ass on ice.
The list goes on.
It's not just a black issue, but I okay. Keisha,
Oh my God.
what else? First of all, do you think it's spiritual or do you think it's hereditary?
Okay, so I'm gonna say this because I wasn't gonna bring this up. This is like something I was thinking about when you say spiritual. So is that meaning religion? It can be a generational curse. And the reason why I'm asking, because some religions, you can do a mistake 20, 30 years from now, and then people in that same religion, they're still blocking your ass. So is that a generational curse too? That most of the family is like that? Or not willing to forgive? Because religion, I thought religions.
I feel like anything that's a continuous pattern throughout generations is a generational curse. And I feel like it can be both.
Honestly,
I think it can be hereditary. I think it can be spiritual. When I say hereditary, I mean like but I think that's still kind of spiritual, passed down through bloodlines, biologically. It's still all. I think you can't approach it. I think you can't approach anything just one way. When you think about something spiritual, it's kind of like, I guess people thinking that some other family maybe put a curse on this family because they stole their tomatoes out of their garden or something back in 1645, and I think that's what people think.
The Egyptians. That's the gypsies. You know, they be like
about spiritual curse, but I think it becomes spiritual when you continuously battle that over and over again. I think it gets deeper because I think that a father dies that didn't that was financially illiterate, and it happens over and over again to their son and their son and their son and their great son.
And we was kind of talking
about choices, or is that actually?
Because my thing, let's talk
generational
about
curse?
generational curses and bad choices.
You have a choice. You can choose the bad choice.
If my mama got pregnant early, you got pregnant early, you my mama, and then I'm a mama, and I'm going to get pregnant early. Am I going to do I expect my daughter to get pregnant too because she's seen us get pregnant
and
learn from it? Right.
Yeah.
Or am I making a choice I want to be like my mama and do the same thing? So we have to really, I think general curses are an excuse to keep doing the same shit you do and not really show that you have a choice in the matter.
And I think ignoring things, and then this is what the thing is, I think what Joey was trying to get to is because it seems like black people continuously make excuses for the curses or don't pay attention or don't do anything to break the curses, where it seems like maybe other races are kind of further along.
They're learning, or
they're doing things to empower their children or make sure that this doesn't happen.
I'm gonna tell you generational course right now, and it's really geared to the black people. All the kids, every black kid I know, when they say 18, what happens at 18?
You getting their ass out the house.
You grown, you can leave. I know a lot of other people, other races, they keep their kids in the house at 25, 26. They in school, they good, they still get taken care of. I know a white girl that's 32 right now that's still living
But
at
is
her
that
mama's
a
house.
curse, or is that child's decision to be gone at 18 because you
No.
don't want to abide by your parents'
But when
rules?
you keep and see, why do you not want to abide by the rules? Well, it's the
Because
rebelliousness.
your ass is fast
It's the
and you're trying
not
to get out
knowing.
there.
It's a choice.
Well, I
Exactly. I don't feel like
black
it's a
parents.
curse.
I think that a lot of black parents bring up their kids differently than white parents. I think that there is a little more leniency when their kids get, well, all through their life, honestly. All through their life, Becky is not getting her ass whooped for the things that Sierra is.
Well, I don't know, because I was that person that, got my ass whooped, thought I had it hard, and so you would think I would try to keep that same generation, because I was raised, I'm going to do this, but actually it showed me I made the choice to do not what that is, like to do the opposite.
Don't you think that other races kind of set their children up? I think that they do more work to break curses. Like, they make sure their children, like you say, they keep them in the house, and they make sure that when they leave the house that they have a stash saved up to buy a house or pursue whatever dreams or goals that they have. Whereas black people, they don't have shit when the parents ain't got shit, the kids ain't got shit,
they
ain't trying to get shit.
Yeah, that's generational curse.
Okay, so
Everybody's scratching and scraping to get to the top in the black household.
I have a question, because that's interesting that you say that, but generations ago, a lot of our black people owned a lot of land, whereas the people that, like their kids, and their kids have fought over it and allowed the white people to get it from them.
Because you did bring that up earlier.
So it's not that the black people don't have anything to leave to their family, but when it's left to their family, is it left in the hands where that person is actually going to distribute it the right way?
Because you brought up families that actually lost their properties and things because they couldn't come together.
So your generational curse in that sense is like when someone passes, how the family gets real crazy.
Yeah, and selfish and greedy.
Oh, everybody's at it.
Yeah.
And see, that is a generational. Now, I can see
Exactly.
that as a generational curse because in every family, it's like the affairs can be in order, but you don't agree with the affairs. You wonder why. And then people really start to show themselves after a lost one is gone. And it gets to that point of who gets what. Then it can get real cursy. Let's say that.
Right.
It can the curse. That's the
but
curse.
But it's not that our
right.
parents back then didn't have it and collected for us to enjoy it this day. It just was distributed wrong. Exactly. Now that's a problem. And I feel like when people are selfish enough to actually when they, like I said, they don't distribute that shit right. When you take more than what you're actually deserved or given or left to give to yours personally, I think that's bad. That's a curse. And that's why these black people these days do not have anything, I feel.
Generational curses, I feel, comes based off of lies.
I feel like that too.
Yes.
I feel like that's why the curses are allowed to continue, or people just ignoring it, whether they want to turn a blind eye or they just lie about it. It's things that I wish I would have known about my family that I did not know, or that I wish that other members of my family knew about family prior, so that they would not have walked down the same path, maybe. Or made the same mistakes. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I think things like mental illness is a generational curse. That's something that I don't think.
If your mama has it, then you got to be on the lookout. Yeah.
I don't think that's something that you can necessarily learn. I think that's either biological, spiritual, whatever. All that grouped in together, because I've seen it happen over and over again in my family in particular, where there are different generations of mental illness, and it's the same type of bipolar schizophrenia type of thing or depression type of
But
thing.
did that person at the head get medicine, or did they try to at least
that's
get work
that's what I was
on
gonna
so
get
that we
to,
could be a
because
better?
there are
because
ways
they're
to
not,
fix it.
then it's gonna ask,
A lot of
I don't
black
want
people-
medicine because my mama didn't have medicine.
A lot of black
Like,
people think that that's not the route to take, and we allow it to look. I saw this happen, or this happened to so and so in my family, or they're scared to even admit that something is wrong. You know, so because they're embarrassed or afraid or shamed, they won't even address the issue. So if they don't address it, even though they saw that happen to Uncle Harry or Auntie Susan before, they just acting like this is not happening to their child or their brother or their sister, you know what I'm saying? So they allow it to just continue and fester rather than going to get help. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up, because I had a friend of mine who obviously I think it went on in their family too. It goes on in my family. I saw them slipping away. And I, even though it was a scary thing, I decided to put them inside of a home, somewhere where I felt like they could get help, to at least try to like break a cycle.
no,
But
you can't put look.
it wasn't an easy decision. It's not an easy decision, right?
And
But
I don't even
feel
think
like
that's the best place to help
I
somebody either,
who knows what the best,
because-
but I know that letting him just wander around and not trying to do anything was not helping. And when he got out, he was more aware. It kind of like it didn't fix it, but it kind of like.
So you gonna just tell these people my business like that, and then you act like
Joey,
I'm gonna
I
be
ain't
right
put
next
your
to
ass
you?
in there
and
yet.
you-
But no, I think that you
understand.
can't just pray about things. You have to actually do the work. You have to actually. Some people need medicine. Some people need medication to deal with their disorders because it's a
Right.
sickness.
Right.
And
Even
maybe when they get-
obesity is like that too. It can be generational as well. Bad eating habits
yeah,
can be
now
generational.
that's a
'Cause I
generational
switched my
curse, yeah.
foods. You know, we used to cook with the ham hocks, but that shit ain't good for us. You know, so we gotta cook
Fuck
with the
that.
smoked turkey.
I'll just
Okay,
get
on
lipo.
holidays, I'm
You
doing
better have
ham hock.
you better have a ham hock in the motherfucking
I don't
greens.
like smoked turkey. I like
know
the ham
that.
hocks.
You better have a ham hock in them greens.
But I'm just saying.
You can keep that
if you
generational
have-
curse.
No, but
Bitch,
if you,
cook
if
like
you
how
have
grandma
high blood
cooked.
pressure
Like-
from generations.
It just be high blood pressure. Hell, Thanksgiving, Christmas only come one time a year. If you eat good all the way to them, you good.
I guess the
so I
word
don't know
curse
about
is
the
gonna throw
holiday
people off
thing.
because is it really a curse or is it just something that we should pay attention to that's going on in our family?
Yeah,
that we
that's
should
It's a
probably
choice
address?
that happens like in every generation. I don't think it's a curse because a curse, bitch, is hocus pocus, where they come up and they take little kids, bitch. I ain't seen a curse like that in a long time. But like shit, but they are coming with a hocus pocus too. Hey. So they gonna be up to that shit again. But what I'm saying is I really feel like there's really not a generational curse. A generational curse is based on I would say the effort that you put in to want to change. If you don't want to change and you don't put forth the F to change, then hell yeah, it's a generational curse because you lost that battle and you're repeating the cycle that your family or the oldest person already repeated. However, if you are going to break it, and I can talk about generational curses because, bitch, they thought it was going to be here, but you know what? I got my sage and shit, and no more. Brush that shit off. There's a lot of stuff that I can say I broke the cycle with in my family as far as generational curses, and I refuse to allow it to go on. I think that's where we have to really have that mindset, like what are we allowing to be a generational curse, and what are we going to fix? And that's the question.
And how do you fix it?
You got to
A
work
lot of
hard,
prayer.
like
I would say
research,
prayer,
like it depends on
research.
what it is, like psychological, like for those people that have mental illnesses, like the break of the cycle is because my daddy didn't make the medicine or take the medicine, and he was crazy, but he would be okay sometimes. Am I going to work that path? I know what the medicine does. Am I going to continue? Or if I don't know what the medicine does, am I going to research to have a better understanding so I can have the best decision for me? And if I don't take it, what am I doing in precautions because I know that I have this illness? What am I doing to break that cycle? or it could be anywhere as shit. How I was mentioning, as far as y'all know, it wasn't black, but you do hear this in a black household a lot. Fathers not being present. Like, am I gonna be there for my child because my daddy wasn't there, or am I gonna follow suit? Is my mama done had me at 16 years old? Am I gonna have my child at 16 years old, or else I'm gonna stop and break this cycle? Like, these are the black household curses, but are they really curses? They're choices. So we have to, and it's not even looking at example, because if we can say, oh, I got this because you taught me this, but you also taught me, if I saw that this was wrong growing up, I can also know what not to do. So it's a play on words, or it's a two-way street. You taught me this, but no, I taught you what not to do.
How do you know what not to do when people are lying or not?
And that's what and this is where life just happens to put. Everybody should be in that mindset where you have to do your own research. And I think we need to instill in our children to research anything. You know, black people always grew up as saying like, why can't I do this? Because I said so. That's not a valid excuse. You have to show this is why you shouldn't do this. This is why you shouldn't do this. And don't even believe me. Look it up and see. I got that at a young age to the point where I was guiding my own way. But it helped me develop my own personal, my personality, but also know what I didn't want to do different when I saw how my household or my family at the time of me being in their household was growing up. So I got to make my own choices.
How far are we trying to go back, y'all?
To Methuselah, bitch.
I mean,
I'm talking about it doesn't matter.
The reason why I say that is because, my grandparents got married at, 15, 16 back in the day. Mm-hmm. So Granny had babies early. However, my parents got married they were 24.
Right.
And, Daddy was a couple of years older. So they had babies later on. However,
it was a choice.
Right, but I had a baby at 17. But my kids are grown. They were older than me. So that's why I'm asking, how far are we going back with this generation? Because I feel like it's a choice, you said. But it just depends on what exactly are we talking about.
It is really not as far back, because really talk, you can't say anything what your great-grandma and great-grandfather did because you probably wasn't there.
Yeah.
So it's based on what you've seen.
Well, no, I seen them.
Oh, well, I'm talking about go back to who influenced you.
Yeah.
That's
so
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
back there.
I had
but in my
grandma,
instance, I have to stop. I might not be
Yeah.
able to go as far as back as you. So I think to each their own, as far as your influences in your family that you've seen, I guess that's how far everybody's going back to that initial point is going to be different. You remember that game where people are telling, it's a long line of people, and you start off with an initial story, and then you go down, and how that story changes by the time you get to the end person, and it be all that extra shit in there. It can progress. So you're saying
you fix the initial issue, then it probably would not.
It could be changed.
All these
right.
I can.
Because then that's another thing, that generational shit. I'll tell you a story, you tell your kids a story. Of course, you're going to change it because I might have only told you once. So you come up with your own conclusion. You might have added shit in there to make it good. Doesn't necessarily mean it's true. And so you got to go. I mean, it's just. I just feel like
when we see something, we're going to wrap up soon so we can get to questions, comments, and Keisha. But the reason why I brought up what happened to my friend is because I seen things that happened in generations before mine. And I noticed it, and I picked it, and I was like, oh my God. And I'm watching it progress. And it's like, I wish that someone would have done something in my family to members. I felt like if we would have we did see some things early. And it's like, if we would have did some type of work or something not to ignore what the hell was going on in the beginning, then maybe we could have got some of them back here. You know what I'm saying? And they wouldn't be so far gone. If that makes sense to any of you out there, I don't know if y'all feel like I feel, but I definitely want to hear from y'all in the comments. We want to hear from y'all in the comments. So pop off in the comments. And when we come back, we'll be back with questions, comments, and Keisha, where she's going to get into what y'all think about the generational curses. And we'll be right back at the Pop Up with Pub Pop.
Young Zera on the track. Hey.
Digits on the beat.
It's tax season. The IRS cutting checks for no reason. Where that money at? Yeah, it's tax season. The IRS cutting checks for no reason. Where that time to go to bed, time to do your tax. Time to get a bed, time to do your tax. to be new body. Pay off this holiday debt and get a new body. Writing off my kids, then you knew about it. Expensive schedule C's for a few thousand. Where the bosses, where the teachers, where the moms at? Where the artists, where the hustles, where the sweats at? Put me a few thousand in a savings account. Prepare my credit, start my business, then you know what we bout. Selling makeup, drive around in Uber accounts. It's a crazy pandemic, getting paid in the house. For no reason. It's tax season. The IRS cutting checks for no reason. Where that money at? Yeah, it's tax season. The IRS cutting checks for no reason. Time to go to bed, time to do your tax. Time to get a bag, time to do your tax. That money at? Yeah, it's tax season. The IRS cutting checks for no reason.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Pop Pub and Pub Pop. This is Question and Comments with Keisha, of course. Okay, so we're talking about generational curses today. So I did go online to try to get some comments from my people. So I have a few people said that, you know, having babies early, growing up in the projects, government assistance. Some of people said obesity is a generational curse. Inherited illnesses are generational curses. And a lot of people believe that the generational curses can be broken. Okay, so I believe that they can be broken, and I feel like some generational curses are bad decisions and bad choices. So I got to go on Daytachi's page because he had a lot of people commenting on there. So let me just go on here and read a few of their little comments. I do see a really good one because I see this firsthand, how men don't know how to talk and tell their feelings, and they don't know how to explain what's hurting them. I believe that a lot of families love to practice what goes on in the house stays in the house. I think I've even told my kids that, but I'm just saying, you know, certain things can be broken. Let me see what it says. Oh, forcing forgiveness without working things out. Cursing pain and trauma. I think that's a good one as well. Lack of financial literacy and understanding credit. That's a big one in the Black community. I totally believe that. Okay, we also have, Black fathers not being in the house with their kids. Black fathers abandoning their kids. But I understand it's not just the Black fathers. It could be Hispanic, white. I'm just saying, it just depends on that person and how they were raised. And then again, you still have the choice whether you need to be there or want to be there with your family or not, or to raise your kids. So I feel like that definitely can be broken. Here's another one. Okay, Darnell, I like this one too. The biggest generational curse, especially in a Black community, is patting our sons on the back for what we would kill our daughters for, you know, allowing our sons to be sexually free and teaching them the true meaning of sex and love. We do not teach our sons that, and I feel like that should definitely be more, you know, vocal in a lot of the Black communities, the Black families. Okay, I don't want to keep saying Black because it's for other families too, y'all. It's for other people too, so it's not just for us. But I feel like people need to go, like a lot of men don't like to go to the doctor, so their kids don't like to go to the doctor. Y'all take your ass to the doctor because that's not a good thing. I feel like that's another bad choice and not a generational curse. Okay, so, drug addiction. That's a good one. Hold on. The credit thing, I feel like we definitely need to speak more on the credit, financial, you know, help with just making sure everybody's financially prepared when they go out. Mental health is another big generational curse. I feel like a lot of people, some of them might not want to take medication for that, but that's another choice. So I can't really say that's a curse.
Do you believe in any curses, Keish?
Well, I'm gonna just say this. I believe in some, but I feel like it can still be a choice. Like we were talking earlier about, you know, how we just our family back in the day, how they leaving and stuff, you know, you get a nice inheritance or you inherited land from your family, or even inherited money. I feel like whoever is the beneficiary, if you don't distribute it like it's supposed to be distributed, I feel like that's not a curse, that's a bad choice. However, you curse your family when you make those bad choices. So that's what I feel. So one of the ladies on here also said like sexual abuse, mental abuse. If you see your parents or your mom go through it, would you definitely go through that? But to me, that's still not a generational curse. I feel like that's a choice in what you choose to put up with in your life. So you might not choose to put up with what your mom did or your grandmother did. So I feel like it's still a decision with that as well. Men don't cry. That's another good one because I feel like that emotionally fucks them up because they don't know how to bring out their true feelings. Hood makes you real. I don't know what that means.
I
mean, that's what it says.
I saw that comment. I'm like, huh?
It says that. It says men don't cry.
No, I think I got where it was trying to come from, though.
And it says education makes you fake or wannabe. I don't know about that either. I think education makes us amazing, and it teaches us how to, kind of run our lives and stuff and make better decisions. So we don't be cursed. Okay, thank y'all for being with Keisha. Question, comments, and Keisha. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to go live and talk about myself on this one, y'all. Oh my God, this is too much. Okay, love y'all. Smooches.
And welcome to the Badass Breakdown with Joy Badass. So as you just saw, we was just up here talking about generational curses. I just gotta say generational curse my motherfucking ass. Motherfuckers need to understand that it's a choice. If you want to break the cycle, break the motherfucking cycle. It's simple as that. It's easier said than done. You got to really work to break the cycle, but if you want to keep having babies at young ages and stuff, then you keep following after your mother's footsteps and having baby at young ages. If you want to, kick rocks and do drugs and be like your daddy, stunt like your daddy, like T.I. says, then stunt like your daddy. If you don't, go the other way. It's not hard, people, but you need to find self. Find yourself. Your life does not depict what your family and your parents did. Make your own path. As you can see, I don't believe in that generational curse shit unless you got a mole on your face and you trying to give hoes apples and you got long black hair. Then that means that you a Cinderella bitch and I can't trust you. Other than that, you can be your own person. So fuck this generational curse. Break the motherfucking cycle. And if you want to be one of them bitches that just keep up with the cycle, then by all means do so. But don't say I didn't try to teach you anything. And that has been your Joy Badass Breakdown. And thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for next week.
Y'all, we are so happy to be back at the Pop Up and Pub Pop. Make sure y'all pop off in those comments. It's season 2. We are popping. We got Keisha. We got Joey Badass. We got your motherfucking ass. And we got all the shade.
Hey,
No,
catch it.
No, but for real, pop off in those comments. Let us know what y'all think. And give us some additional feedback on the generational curses. On dragging
Ain't such thing.
Aaliyah's uncle outside. And Fat Joe and all them other niggas we talked about. Y'all have a good night. It's the Pop Up and Pub Pop. See you next week.
Thank you for watching Pop Pub TV. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and hit the like button, pop off in the comments, and subscribe so you could stay updated every time we upload a new video. Follow us on Instagram to stay updated on giveaways and future episodes of the Pop Hub and Pub Pop.